Do you have stubborn upper glutes that just can't seem to grow no matter how hard you try, how many leg workouts you do? If you are there, then this video is for you, because here I'm going to share with you how to get a shelf on the upper booty, because I have struggled with that myself. I am lower booty dominant and my upper booty just won't seem to grow. But here, nothing is going to stop us and we are going to get that fully rounded peach. Hello beautiful, welcome to the channel where we become our highest self. My name is Scarlett and I am on a mission to help transform ambitious entrepreneurial women transform their body to gain curves and build muscle so that you can be your most confident self to pursue your business and your life goals. So in this video, I'm going to share with you how to get that upper shelf on the glutes so that you are building that full rounded peach, the full cake instead of a half cake. And just want to make a quick announcement also that a few spots for my 90-day transformation program Curves Confidence System has opened up. So if you are ready to transform in 90 days and beyond, you want to make sure to check it out toward the end of this video. Now without further ado, let's dive right into the video. First and foremost tip is such a quick and easy hack to your normal glute and your leg workout. So what we're going to do is to widen up the stance in your squats. So instead of doing regular squats, what you could do instead is sumo squats or deep squats or squat walk. So you can do sumo squats with a barbell with your feet further apart from each other. For your deep squats, you can do that with a belt, or you can do that with a dumbbell in between your thighs. And for the squat walks as well, you can walk with your feet further away from each other. This has also been shown by the EMG data analysis, where they showed that when you widen up the stance in the squat, it is hitting more of the glute muscles, the posterior chain muscles, instead of the quad muscles. So yeah, this means that when you are doing narrow squats, you will be hitting more of the quad muscles. So what we can do to grow the glutes and also therefore transfer that to the side of the glutes, then we can replace that with a wider stance of your squat. And the second tip is also an easy form hack. By the way, you'll be wondering why I'm chaining up X places, but it's just I just want to find out which one's the perfect lighting. But anyways, we're gonna get to the second tip, which is to turn out your knees. I know you may have heard of the tip to turn out your toes out slightly on your squat, but we also want to turn your knees out. When you do that, you will find that your glutes are going to fire up like crazy. You can do that turning out your knees out, combining that with a posterior pelvic tilt, where you push your pelvis forward and you upward. And I explained that more on the other video right here. You can apply this strategy in not only your squat, but you can also do that in other exercises like sumo deadlifts. So ladies, if you are not doing sumo deadlifts, then I want for you to try that with turning your knees out, and also your squat with turning your knees out, because that is going to hit more of that. You're going to feel more on that upper glute and your side glute. Another exercise where you can practice more of this turning out this knee is the glute pull throughs, and you can do that with a cable. And remember that when you are extending your hip, you are pushing your pelvis forward and upward, and at the same time you are also turning your knees out, so your upper booty shelf, it is going to be firing up like crazy. And the third tip is to do abduction exercises. By the way, if you are wondering why I'm in the sun now, it's because I got cold. And if you are wondering why I'm in a parking lot, that's because I don't have any nice scenery to go around. What we want to be doing is do more of the exercises where you're moving your legs away from each other, away from the midline. So some of the exercises that you can do are like clamshells or seated hip abduction, or you can do sideline hip abduction. These are just examples of abduction exercises. But remember that when you are doing abduction exercises, you are not just moving your legs side to side, because that could activate more of the TFL muscle, the tensor fasciae lata, instead of the glute medius, which is the actual muscle that we want to activate if we want to grow the upper booty shelf. So instead of actually moving from the side to side, you want to be moving from the side and toward backwards. So when you are doing like side cable hip abduction, where you are kicking to the side, you also want to kick them towards the back, so that your gluteus medius and your maximus and your minimus, especially the medius and the minimus, because you want to be targeting that upper glute shelf muscle. So that is what we want to be doing. We don't want to kick directly to the side. So that is the main point. So yeah, you can do with several hip abduction movement. You can do fire hydrants, or when you are standing, you can do that with your knees extended, or you can do that with your knees bent. Okay, number 4, I'm still going to stay in the same spot for now because the place is one. The 4th tip is to prolong the contraction in those abduction exercises. So what most people mistakenly do, what most women do, is that they would do the abduction movement, but they would just easily let the leg fall back down. So what you want to do instead is to prolong the contraction, and you want to hold it further. So when you are dropping the leg back down, you don't want you to do that immediately. So instead of dropping that immediately back down, you want to be prolonging the contraction even more. Maybe hold it on top, and we could call that an isometric. Or when you are dropping that down, you can take slower approach, slowly drop back down. So you want that slow eccentric contraction. So that is just one of the really finer details that you want to focus on when you are doing your glute exercises, your leg exercises, so that you are optimizing those glute growth with the upper booty shelf. Now here is the final tip, the 5th and the final, the most important tip. If you don't remember any of what I said in this video, just remember this one. The way to activate that gluteus medius primarily instead of the TFL is to do exercises where you are stabilizing the hip abduction. So what you can do is place a band around your knees or your thighs when you are doing squats, or when you are doing pistol squats, or when you are doing lateral walks. And I actually got this really good advice from Aaron Horschig. He said the problem is not about the hip strength, hip abduction strength. The problem is in the coordination. So the root cause of why you are not seeing the upper glute gains or the upper booty shelf is because you have poor hip abduction coordination. So we want to fix that. The most direct way to fix that is to place a band around your hips or your thighs close to the knees. These are my 5 really important tips for glute growth to make that fully rounded peach that I am shaking at this point because the wind is chilling. If you are wanting to transform your glutes and your body, get that slim, thick figure, big glutes, the hourglass look in 90 days and beyond, where you transform your body, mind, and your soul, check out the link in the description box. It will take you through a PDF, and at the end of it, you can click on that link to book a call with me. And on that call, when we are a great fit for each other, then you'll be invited to join my program. Hope you really enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed, give it a subscribe, and comment down on this video if you learned anything from it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, my beautiful sunshine souls, and yeah, I will see you on my next video.